Welcome back, people. This is Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Prez, and with me always,
it's your boy Cash, aka Exec P, one half of the DSC. What's happening, good people? Episode 153.
153 episodes in, Cash, but it's still some people first time joining us. Can you tell them what we do and what we're about?
Easy, too easy, man. Music, sports, culture, entertainment. And by entertainment, we mean movies, we mean TV shows, pretty much anything that's happening within Black culture. When we say culture specifically, we mean people who are doing great things within our culture, whether that be mindset coaches, whether that be people that are in the trucking industry. And it's just really people we know that we tap in with that have knowledge to share. So we'll have them on the show from time to time. But our home base is music and sports. So each and every week, you can guarantee that that's what you're going to listen to on this podcast. And more importantly, we love to show love to artists, underground, mainstream, whatever name you want to give it that day. We love to show love to people that we just genuinely like their music. We want to bring them on, share their story, and put you on. And that's really how this podcast started, right, Prez? The art of the put on.
Yeah. Just like everybody else who probably we listen to a ton of hip hop, music. We listen to music nonstop, but we want to put up a platform where we can kind of engage a little bit, find out a little bit more about artists and everything. So that's kind of how we've been going. We done had several interviews and several returning guests over the past couple of years. So I think we got another interview up for the day, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. First off, I want to say shout out to our man Marquise, man, and everything he got going with the THHC podcast. If I'm butchering that, Marquise, my bad, man. I'm gonna get it right next time. But shout out to him because through him, this is how we got put on to one of the producers in this group, and then just the group in general. So I don't want to go through all long, intro, so to speak, but this group is from Boston and Rhode Island, and just together, man, they made a really dope project. Again, I'm on record as saying I hate the team, but love the music. All right. So without further ado, bringing Jamar Johnson, Teathetruth, and Day to the couch, man. They just put out Big 3, man. Welcome to the couch, fellas.
Yo, thanks for having us, bro.
Hey, no doubt. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling?
Good. Pleasure to be here, man.
For sure, man. So, man, we got the Big 3. We got everything that's going on. Obviously, you guys have worked together beforehand. For people who don't know, but we'll kind of start down the line. Start with Jamar as far as just where you from, why you started in music, and then we'll kind of roll into this thing. So, Jamar, we'll start with you.
Yeah, word. I'm from Lynn, Mass, actually. And I started making beats during the pandemic. So, when school got canceled, football season got canceled, I have nothing to go back to as far as sports or school or anything. So I was stuck in the house the whole summer. So I figured, why not learn how to do music, as a pastime? And then from there, history was made. So.
Sure. AT will roll that over to you.
Yeah, man. So I've been doing beats and rapping since like a little bit after high school. I'm 23 right now, so it's been about like 4 or 5 years. Usually I fell in love with like the whole sample hip hop shit. So I just go in that route, try to find my samples and flip them, try to make some real hip hop shit,
So do you do a little bit of both?
I do both.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Dave, we'll roll over to you.
Word. So, initially I come from a hip hop family, a musical family. My dad was a part of a hip hop tandem with his man's John D, rest in peace. My mom was a part of a CV group. I'm Cape Verdean, for those who are wondering. Small little island, collection of island off of the west coast of Africa. So, we got our roots are really deep into the music, into the culture, into the art. So I ended up meeting my partner in high school. We went to high school together in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We bonded over Big L. He was like, yo, you like Big L? I was like, oh shit. Like, people, are listening to the same thing I am. So from there, he was like, I download the FL. I'm about to start making beats. I said, all right. So I sent him some of the early songs I was doing. And, you know, from there, we kind of just kept working, dropped our first tape in 2017. And then, you know, we started this collective in 2018 called the Blue Wave Poetics. And ever since then, we've just been rocking. We own 2 studios out here. So, you know, we've been engineering, mixing, and mastering for people ever since. You know, I rap, I produce, engineer, all that myself. So, you know, we took the DIY approach with this.
Sure, man. Hey, you gotta appreciate.
You said own 2 studios, right?
2 studios. That's light. That was a light flex, man. Congratulations to you, man, because I know that's a lot of work that you got to put into putting your own money into that and just your faith alone, man. Because I mean, this equipment, the time, all it takes to put this together, that ain't easy, man. So salute to you for doing that, man. Back in 2017, and you know, here we go, 5 years later. You know, you on a consistent roll, and just by following your social media and kind of seeing what you're doing, you guys are definitely on the right path. So where do we want to go here, Prez? We want to dive deep into it, or just kind of, you know, where you want to go?
Yeah, let's let them talk about the album a little bit. So the project we talking about, the big 3. Obviously we get where the premise coming from. Y'all all from the Boston area, and then the big 3 being the initial big 3 in the NBA coming together. So hopefully y'all reign lasts as long as theirs, but I mean but
longer.
Oh yeah, that's right. It didn't go for long, did it? But no, let's go ahead. Tell us about the project. Tell us what are y'all favorite little joints on the album, and why somebody should be checking for this album.
I mean, honestly, the way that Jamar put it, you know, he was like, me, him, and T on a record. That right there it's like a cheat code, you know. So I think the moment that we did like 08 Celtics, that was like the initial track. It was, you know, it came off really great. Honestly, Jamar came with the record. He said, hey, need the verse, laid the verse. And then like that was off the Hidden Gems project. So coming back to it was like, yo, we always got to work. And when we did, it was like, all right, it's the perfect time now. Me and Jamar had just did a tape lined up, you know, finished, you know, a couple joints for that. He was like, yo, I think it's time. Said it's time. It was go ever since. So for me, like one of the most important records off of this is that 500 ball. You know,
Right.
the way it just sets up the entire, you know, project is like you said. Even if I don't score, they love me like I'm Scalabrini. That's a crazy way to start it off.
What would it mean to your legacy to get another title?
Anytime you get something, you're able to achieve something that great more than once. That's everything. To say you got
even if I don't score, they love me like I'm Scalabrini. Moneyball, that's 500. Still, I bet they pay to see me. Going crazy on these beats. You know I always eat my Wheaties. Got me high, but that's the weed. Still, I just protect my peace. I'm on it till I rest in peace. I'm balling on a budget. I got 500 on me. That's like half a stack. Me, Day, Jamal, we take it back to back. I ain't signing contracts. I need half of that. Watch him lead a team. He free agent like he Brandon Bass. I just play the cut. I'm standing back. I'm not the type to stay attached.
And then, you know, I feel like I came on it with some heartfelt, honest, true, just, you know, experiences, and we kind of blended it well with the palette that was already laid. Like Jamar's beats is crazy. Jamar's beats is ahead of his time. So we just had to do it like that, you know.
Yeah, I feel you, man, because like I think that's the reason why I related to the project, or I felt the project so much. I go off the Freeway effect. And I know y'all asking yourself, what is the Freeway effect? You know, when Freeway was like, I make that music, you know, we can feel. You know what I mean? Like y'all can feel. I make that music, y'all can feel. If you could say something relatable to me, you know what I mean? Then you in there. You don't have to be the most wordy rapper. You don't have to be. You know, you don't have to rap fast. You don't have to do anything special. You just got to say something that relates to the common man. So I think that's the theme throughout this big three is just, I just see you guys as placing where you're at and just trying to just navigate to do better or whatever. But that Scalabrini line, man, T, man, talk to me about starting it off with the Scalabrini line, because I just got to know, man, just the inspiration. Where did you draw the inspiration for just doing that? And then, I know you went into your scheme. It was
bro,
dope.
Honestly, I feel like people be like so like one way or the other. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this controversial thing and start this project off. And then like throughout the verse, I'm gonna just show y'all why we are the big three. You feel me? So like, I don't know. I just felt like it like initially that wasn't the first joint. I think Celtics might have been the first joint. I could be mistaken. But that might have been the third joint. And just the way that one was flowing, it was just like, you know what, this should be the first joint, It just hit you right off the bat. My homie Tyler Lovett actually told me, he's like, bro, that's like one of my favorite opening lines. Like that opener is crazy.
Yo, and here's the thing, and Prez, you feel free to chime in here. A lot of what we listen to as far as and what we hang our hat on is like your intro. Do you grab people's attention right out the gate? And it could be the hardest line, or it could just be a witty line. And I think that when you was speaking to Scalabrini, and I don't mean to go long on, but it just shocked you because of course everybody knows Scalabrini ain't the nicest, right?
Of course. But
he's beloved in the Boston community. I mean, you see him hosting shit, you see him doing games, he's on the sideline, like he still got so much love in the city, and I for the life of me, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
It's a weird stigma.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure. But yeah. I mean, again, dope line, 500 ball. Just started off, and before we kind of really get into the rest of the tracks, Jamar, I got a bone to pick with you, man. I know you go, what Cash? Why you got a bone to pick? I like to go off script sometimes. Yo, all those beats on the little interludes.
Yeah.
All right, Jamal, we're gonna come to you last.
All right.
See, how y'all feel about, did he put these interludes in last, and then it was just, oh, y'all heard it, and I was like, okay, cool, we'll go with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I was a rapper, right? I want to get on those interlude beats. Like, how did he sneak those in on y'all without y'all getting on there and doing y'all thing?
Hey, I mean, to be honest, this man he's like a scientist with the track listing. He's a scientist with sequencing and all that, and putting projects together. So we came with, a couple records. We hit maybe like 2 or 3 in like 2 days, like real quick. And my man was like, yo, we need an intro, outro. And he came with the fire. We had a bunch of ideas, had this group chat together, and we were just passing ideas back and forth, and it was real like communal, like it was easy. Like that's the only way I could say it. Like it was just too easy.
See,
since you mentioned sequencing, like I just want to know like y'all thought process, like what y'all think on how albums, are so formulaic. They have this and this song, and they supposed to have like the love song. They're supposed to have this type of song versus like in the new age of just streaming, where everything's put on Spotify and everything. I prefer the actual perfectly sequenced like EP over most albums now. Do y'all kind of feel the same?
Well, yeah, I feel you on that, but I feel like that is also thinking from like the mainstream and underground perspective, and I feel like we're not even caring about the mainstream. We're just going underground and making dope shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And also not limiting ourselves,
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel you on that. So I would rather go with the EP, like the one that just flows. You feel me?
Clear, short, concise. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100. Like
I mean,
even me, like
somebody I can relate it to was just like I don't know if y'all listen to Earth Gang, you know what I mean? But they came out, they used to do the little perfectly sequenced EPs, and now they're coming out with the bigger, fuller albums. They still doing it good. I mean, but like I think those
I hear you.
EPs was like more of the lane that I kind of liked. And I was like, man, you just give me these, and you can give me these every quarter, and I'll be happy. Versus like the long, delayed albums, so it can be perfect for the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying something, Jamar?
yeah, I was just saying like personally, I take a little 8 to 7 track type of thing versus a 15 to 18 song album that only 4 songs are good on. You know what I mean? So give me the good 9 songs versus the 4 good songs off of the 15 track album. That's my whole outlook on that. But
Yeah. I feel you on that because
Yeah.
you got less room for error the shorter the
Exactly.
album. You know what I mean? So there's no filler typically on there. And T, to your point, man, like Prez is speaking from both lanes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
The underground and mainstream. And overall, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have this question down, but I will ask you guys as artists, like, what are you looking for? Not with just this project, but just in general, you know what I mean? Are you looking to have that big single that, you know, gets you to wherever you want to be? Because I personally think that you know, your music and anybody else's music like that's doing what y'all doing should be out to the masses. You know what I'm saying? And if you make the right song, it will be. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
how do you guys feel about navigating those waters?
You want to take that first
For
day?
me, yeah, I could take that. So initially, like my main thought process with everything is how can we make this sustainable? How can we make this something that we can do freely, not really have to worry about, you know, monetary, not really have to worry about anything else, and just flow and create. So, you know, being a part of a collective, Blue Wave Poetics, is ensuring that everybody that, you know, we're working with, everybody that we're, you know, in tune with, can make this a sustainable and liable career in a sense, you know? And it's not like, all right, we're trying to make $20 billion. We need all the streams. We need all the sales. It's like if we have a small, tight knit community that really fucks with us, we'll be able to live off of this and you know, keep giving the people what, you know, what they want in a sense and what they need. And it's just like that food, that thought, like the things you can't find in a lot of music today, substance. And you know, that's why we just do this every day. Like it's we love it so much. It's like we want to make this the only thing we have to do. And the numbers, the streams, all that other shit, it's like it would be nice, it'd be cool, but that's not the end goal, because the impact, the longevity, the legacy will always surpass that. You know, you can't take any of that with you. You can't take that money. You can't take that you know, oh, you got 1 million streams on Spotify. Like, nah, you can't do shit with that. So at the end of the day, if you change somebody's life, if you're able to make an impact on somebody and your words resonate with somebody, that's gonna live forever. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. And I know that the people that, you know, that I fuck with are on a similar type of path. And even if they want the, you know, the mainstream success, I'm not gonna knock it, but just know that it's different on this end. I'll just say it like that.
Very fair. I think Jamar, you was gonna hop in. What's your thoughts?
yeah, well, I was gonna say something, but they just changed my whole way of thinking with that right there. Because what he was saying is true. Like when you look at these mainstream acts who might pop off for a year, maybe less than a year, they fall back off. But what you noticed is since the beginning of time, people who do this real like hip hop type wave, they're here from the jump and they haven't gone anywhere to this day. Like Nas is still making music and he's been here since, you know, 92, 93, 94, and he's still out here, you know, doing his thing. Whereas acts like a Lil Pump or, you know, artists in that field, they fall off just quick as they get on. So like Dave said, we're just here we're here for the long run. We're here to be timeless, to be remembered. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So easy. Look. Yo, this feel like we at quad again. 10 floors up, we building monuments. I can never fold on my homie, that's not a part of me. Try and block my shot, I got a smooth release. I can't do this free, but let's not worry about it. They been out and off, once a pot to 30, think he Curry now. Yeah, I only roll with weed, it lift me up, don't bring me down. I got a head full of steam and I'm stuck.
T, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, man, I want to just inspire people, man. I don't even care about the fortune, the fame, the none of that. You know what I mean? I'm here to inspire people. I'm here to get people my beats. I wanna mix and master for some pretty cool artists. But man, like, I just want to do dope shit and keep doing what I'm doing, do what I love. You feel me?
For sure. So my next question is to Jamar, man. Before we hopped on, and I know I heard this from Marquise, but I was kind of upset when I heard it. Just tell the people a little bit how long you been producing. Prez,
Yeah.
listen close.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a year and a half. A year and a half. Actually, on May 20th, it'll be 2 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just another younger brother, man, that's putting us to shame, man. What were we doing with our life, Prez, man? Come on,
man. I'm gonna blame it on the resources. We ain't have all the resources they got back now, man. You know me. You can do everything on YouTube nowadays, man. You can learn anything. But you had to know somebody and live in the studio back then. So yeah.
Yo, so just walking through just your 2 years, man, and doing this, and somebody that's aspiring to do it, Jamar, as far as the production side, is that, as far as I know, you haven't navigated to the rapping yet, right?
Nah, just production right now. Just production.
What advice would you give to somebody sitting at home right now and they want to start? They just want to start producing. T, I know all you guys kind of produce, mix and master, right? Y'all like jack of all trades, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll toss that to all y'all. Like, for people that are just starting out right now, because clearly all you guys have probably 5 years or less of just doing this. You know what I'm saying? So that's fairly recent in my opinion. So we'll start with Jamar and we kind of go down the line. Like, what advice would y'all give to somebody that just needs to start now?
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it simple, keep it short. Put in your time, bro. Like, put in your time. That's the biggest thing I could say. Put in your time. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. You know, nothing's gonna come by luck. You got to put in your time to really see success in this thing. So that's the first step, is just being committed to putting in the time. Right now, I'm using a machine. I've been with a machine from jump. I feel like it's easy workflow. You know, there's not much thinking to it. And plus, you got the pads right there in your finger, so you could tap out everything. It's like you could feel it almost. So that makes it a lot easier too. So yeah, I rock with machine. So
T, I'm gonna toss it to you, man, since you produce as well.
Honestly, man, just if you don't got someone around you that has some knowledge of music, then just go on the internet and like find someone on YouTube that like you rock with, subscribe to them and just watch a bunch of their videos, bro. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna go back to FL and or whatever you use, Ableton, Machine, MPC, you're gonna go back to that and you're gonna apply that knowledge, and you're also gonna use your own knowledge. And you just have to want to do it, bro. You have to know, like, if you ain't produced anything before, you're gonna have to know that you're gonna make some beats that suck, and you're gonna have to get better. You know what I mean? You just gotta stick with it, man.
For sure. You gotta put the shots up. You gotta put the shots up.
Yes, sir.
For sure. For sure. What in particular are you using, just for the people out here that's watching it for the first time that may want to 5 years from now kind of be doing what you guys do?
So
or
I use
for you specifically, what are you using? MP, or using Machine, Logic, Fruity Loops? Like,
I use Ableton and MPC to produce, and I use Pro Tools to mix sometimes. But Ableton is my main go-to to produce.
All right, Day, I'll toss it to you, man.
Word. initially, the only thing I could really say is like you gotta believe in yourself more than anything. I mean, it's cliche, but you gotta know that the time that you're putting in and the other, I guess, outside forces, the experiences, they're all gonna come in and they're gonna aid your art. So if you're going through a lot, your best thing is to try to translate and put that energy into something that's productive and positive. And no matter what, as long as you're doing this music, it's always going to be productive. It's always going to be positive. Like T said, you might not be good, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be good in like next month. You're not going to make a good beat in a couple of days. So it's all about just believing that you have the ability and you're able to just take what's in your mind and put it onto a page and put it onto the canvas. So just continue to create, continue to work, and that's really all I could say. You know, we spent countless hours working on this craft, many nights, sleepless nights, long mornings, all of that shit. So, you know, while working, while in school, while, you know, doing other things. So
Life.
it's like, think about it like this. I was in school full time. I was working full time, and we were still making music, dropping projects. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you really want it, you'll get to it. You'll get to it, and it's gonna be on your pace. It's gonna be on your time. Like the world around you, it doesn't stop. The shit doesn't stop. There's gonna be another 10,000 artists that drop music today, but is it gonna be like yours? You know, is it gonna be like the shit that came out of your brain?
Facts.
A lot of times, you know, once you're developed, it's not. It's not. And that's why people come to you. That's why people will come to your shit and fuck with you, because they believe in what you do just as much, if not more than you, a lot of times. Like the amount of love that people shown on this project, it's like, I couldn't have bet on that, you know. We did it and kept it moving, you know.
And
so, you know, so for us, you know, on our end, like BWP, for example, we are FL and MPC only, you know. We worked with Pro Tools, like we did our first project in Pro Tools. And then we saw that other people were recording in FL. We was like, yo, we make beats in here, right? Let's try it. Tried it, and then we just been mastering it ever since. So the internet is a great tool. T, that was perfect. Like the internet, like you can learn everything right now. You don't need a manual. You don't need like a textbook for this shit. It's just time and a will to learn and a want to learn every day. If you master your software, you're just going to be that much better, that much viable, and that much, you know, more important in the studio environment, you know. So
hey,
that's the type of time that we on.
Y'all spitting nothing but facts, man. I mean, podcasting world, music world, it's kind of the same, you know, as far as just learning what works, as far as marketing, as far as your sound and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Again, it's not music involved with it, but again, y'all not gonna listen to a certain type of podcast if it sounds like a motherfucker's recording in an echo chamber. You know what I mean? Like, or you know what I mean? It's just a certain type of quality that you come accustomed to for the podcast that you actually like visually, whether it's audio. You know what I mean? So we've learned our way around the you know, last 2-3 years we've been doing podcasting, so I definitely resonate with a lot of things you're saying. But I want to tap right back into the album, or the EP, sorry, so to speak. So, Prez, you my man. You always got the songs, the lyrics, slick lines that were said on there, man. Open it up, man, to some of the questions.
Well, I think they came out with it. I was like, I was stuck on that 500 ball, like when it came out, because we talk about the intros and everything, and you know that's how they grabbed my attention. You shot me the music initially, and I was like, okay, let's see how this is gonna start off, and you know, so y'all was great, a little bit harsher, like when I first hear it, because I got to hear the intro, and y'all managed to come through, and then the way y'all played off each other was perfect, and it kept that same flow throughout the whole album, and even the theme of the album, you know, the big three, y'all was able to play off those throughout the whole thing, and so I think we spoke enough on like what the album. I want people to, hey, you definitely need to go out there and listen. But can we move into a little bit of the sports type questions, Cash?
Yeah, for sure. Before we do, just want to say some of my favorites off there was, I think it was just because of I think it's because of the Commodores joint. Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
500 Ball and NBA records. Those were good. And again, I still hate the fact that y'all didn't get on those interludes. But that's neither here nor there, because though I think some of those beats were fired too. So the fact that you're able to just give those away, Jamar, speaks highly of you as man.
The crazy part is those interlude beats was beats I sent off to be records. You know what I mean? So
he's mad at us now.
a little bit.
On the Big Three intro, though, I heard somebody like rhyming a little bit, like on that one, right? Like
that's our old joint.
Yeah, that was T's idea actually. So our first record we did together was called 08 Celtics on my Hidden Gems compilation, and then T's idea was like, "Yo, let's have our first song we ever did together on the intro with the announcer speaking." And I was like, "Yo, that'd be hard," and he threw it together, and that's what it was. So yeah, but those interlude beats were supposed to be rapped on, but that's all good though.
I let it breathe. Yeah, that shit sounds so cool, so beautiful. Let's do it.
I'm trying to do 9 million things at once. I don't got enough hands, and we don't got enough strands to elevate my plans or pay dividends. My third eye needs to recalibrate my lens. Living with the stigmatism, I got a different image of the colors in the prisms. In the prisons, I was paying visits to my father, right next to the killers. You can bet your life.
It's all good.
Just know we got way more lined up. Just know that.
No doubt.
Just know that.
Thanks. Hey man, I'm here for it, man. If we wasn't a fan before, we definitely are fans now, and we definitely need to check the back catalog. Press, before we came on, I was like, once I it started listing everything, you know how Untitled, everything that you should be checking for from the artist, and then it gives you more or whatever. Like typically when we do some of these interviews, y'all, I'll just tell y'all, it ain't a whole lot to go off of. Very rarely do we have a lot of people to where they have like a large catalog. You guys had, just combined with the 3, it was a lot. So I went to, doing a little heart and saving everything. So definitely gonna catch up on what we've been missing. But to Press's point though, we'll get into some of the sports. Since y'all, the big 3, since you named it that, we got to have some sports questions, and that's kind of what we do here as far as the pod. So Press, go ahead and start it off, man.
So as I'm guessing all y'all are Celtics fans, correct? Are y'all all Celtics fans? Wait. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Celtics fan. I'll say it like that.
All right, so I've been able to catch a couple of their games this year, man. I'm down in Orlando, so we got beat like every time I went. But I mean, it was some good games. But I just recently went and seen the Brooklyn game, and where Kyrie hit the 60 in the game. And I know, hey, y'all sitting there with Kyrie. What's y'all thoughts on Kyrie? And I know he didn't kind of make these type moves as frequently as you wanted to, like when he was with y'all team. But do you think y'all should have kept him?
Man, there'd be mad bullshit that come with Kyrie, I feel like. He play like he can't play because the vaccine and a bunch of other shit. I don't know, man. I'll take Isaiah Thomas back. You heard?
Nah, he in Charlotte. He doing his thing. He in Charlotte. Let him stay right. Yeah. But yo, that's crazy, man. Because like it is a lot of shit to take, man. Like I don't know.
He was injured the whole time he was there too. So,
but yo, I kind of feel with James Harden, how James Harden was carrying it, man. Like yo, my G, like I need you to just get this little shot, man, and so we can win it, get this championship popping. Because honestly, bro, like these dudes wouldn't be in the position they're in to where, I mean, they're not fighting for a play-in. They may end up in the play-in. Who knows what happens in the next 10 games? But yo, they wouldn't even be nowhere close to that. They'd probably be a top 3 team, top team in the East if it isn't for Kyrie. I get it. To each his own. You got the right to deny the vaccine if you want. I don't know how we can get into the vaccine if y'all want, but I mean, to T's point, man, there's some shit that come with being Kyrie's teammate. But Jamar, what y'all think about Kyrie and him dropping 60 and just watching him drop 60 and thinking about shit, what could have been?
I mean, the talent, you could never. Oh yeah, word. I was just saying you could never disregard his talent. Like he's a
Yeah, facts.
generational player, one of the best handles ever. But you know, you saw what we did in that playoffs that year he was with us. He wasn't there, and you know, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they carried us and almost beat LeBron like at like 21 and 20. Like how can you even want anything else? Like Kyrie, he drop 60 every night if you want to, but that's not going to win championships around here. Like we know what it takes. We got 17 of them shit, so it's like we just, you know, if we want that next one, we got to play like a team. And with Kyrie, he's a superstar, and certain superstars, you know, to the ailment, or you know, to the I guess it's like a detriment to the team. You know, that's what he brings. You know, he brings a level of talent that you can't compare to, but it just doesn't equate to much without, you know, maybe an even bigger star, for example.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like he always gonna bring that star power, but then he always brings some other shit with it too. They're just like none of us like just nonsense stuff in the kitchen that just draws to the team. It's just like, okay, or he's injured constantly this year, so we paying you the money, man. You want to take a cut a little bit so we can get in some other talent for when you're hurt, but no, he don't want to do that. Or now it's like the vaccine thing. So I get what you're saying. Yeah.
For sure. Hey, what are you guys' favorite, I guess, Boston Celtic memory? You know what I mean, as far as just teams and while you've been living. Clearly, you know what I mean. I don't believe you guys were watching in the 80s. You know what I mean, but just in current time, Big Three era, and post that. Like, what are some of you guys' best memories? Anyone?
Yeah, I'll take it. So when Paul Pierce got traded to the Nets, and they had his comeback game to the Garden, I actually got a chance to go to that and like see the Paul Pierce tribute and all that good stuff. So it was cool just to see the love he was getting on his farewell tour, or you know, come back to Boston. It was cool to see the love he was getting, and being in that atmosphere was very dope to take in. So that was dope to me.
All right, see.
Yo, do y'all remember that game when Rondo played the whole entire game? He scored like 45. He was just going crazy. That
He
shit
was
was
wild.
crazy to me. That shit was like
Word.
one of my favorite moments to me.
Yeah, the Rondo that can't shoot, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rondo.
right.
He's shooting from
Rondo.
deep
I
for no reason.
remember it,
Not
man.
Rondo
Like,
on the Lakers.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
ain't even
on the
gonna get
Lakers, you're right,
to the
yeah.
former Laker fan up here in Prez, but y'all can talk to him about that at another time or whatever. Former Laker fan. Fair weather, if you ask me. It is what it is. Day, what's your most fondest Celtics fan memory?
So I would say I'm gonna use a recent memory, probably the moment when Jason Tatum yammed down LeBron. Watching that live was like, I was like, yo, like my head was this big. I was like, yo, we're about to go to the shit. We're about to do this. Like, no, oh wait, all over again. Like I was souped off of that, and I still believe that we got the potential to do that, especially this year with the hottest team since 2022 hit. Like, just take that momentum to the playoffs and take us to the promised land. That's all I'm asking for.
Hey, yeah, you led me right into it. Appreciate the alley-oop, man. We here. You know, y'all got the best defense in the league right now. You know what I mean? Your power forward. Damn it, dude with the dreads. I had his name right now.
Rob Williams.
Yes. The move to make him guard whoever is on a perimeter, and he could switch on anybody. Genius by Udo. Sorry, Coach Udo. So that's the genius move, and then to me that was like the catalyst for you guys to be able to do whatever you need to do defensively, because you already had a good defensive team. You guys just wasn't showing it. So with that said, having the best defense in the league, and the stats say it. It ain't just my opinion. The stats say it. And watching you guys, guys are dogs. Where do you guys end up? You know what I mean? As far as the playoffs, like what happens with that defense with Jason Tatum and leading the charge, and just like where do you guys see this best case scenario ending up as far as where you guys finish off this year?
We could take it all the way, honestly. Like we could take it all the way. You have some leadership in that starting five. You got, Al Horford, who came back to the team. He's an older vet. He's been around some of the best teams of the 2010s. When he was on the Hawks with Kyle Korver and all them guys, it was ill. And then doing his thing in 2017 with the Celtics, it's like just keep that energy up. Marcus Smart, offensive liability maybe, but on defense he's gonna hold it down. Just play make. Give the ball to Tatum, give the ball to Jaylen Brown, move that fucking rock. And then Derek White was a major pickup.
Yeah.
Major
for
pickup.
the Spurs. Yeah,
when you're coached by Pop, and you bring it over here, that culture, that knowledge, you just make the team better. Like, so I think we got it. But, worst case scenario, I see maybe like a second round, we're out of there. But we'll be a force for the next couple of years.
Yeah, y'all not an easy out by any means to me, because when you can hang your hat on defense and like it's legit like that, it's easy 6-7 games just based on just making it tough on everybody that doesn't want to play the way y'all play, because it's physical and it reminds me of some old school 90s basketball. But T, man, what do you think you guys end up when it's all said and done this year?
Man, I feel like for like the past 4 or 5 years, the Celtics been like this close to like doing something amazing again. You know what I mean? And I think this year they might actually be on that right road, because like last couple seasons they didn't start off too well. You know what I mean? But now they didn't really start off too well this season. Now they got it going. They got the best defense now. I feel like they might have something this year. They got rid of Brad Stevens. I don't know if that was hurting them, but
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel like there's a bright future, man. It's a young team.
You got Pop's disciple, man. Today's point there as far as coaching. So
maybe like Eastern Conference knockout, upset maybe, but shit, we could remember this conversation if they're in the finals.
Might put up a bet to start them bets real quick.
Sure. Hey, Jamar, where do you think you guys end up?
Hey, just a few more sports questions. So just a few more sports questions. So Jamar, you said y'all was football, like you had mentioned football. Y'all NFL team, I'm guessing Patriots fans, all y'all as well.
Yeah, sure.
No, yeah.
As far as football goes, I'm not even
no. Okay, what's your team?
I mean, as far as NFL goes, I don't really care to even have a team or root for the NFL for like that. I just enjoy watching it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like gravitate toward the team in the NFL like that. But
okay. Then hey, still flows with the question. Then. Hey, so what's y'all thoughts on Brady coming back?
I feel like we all knew that was going to happen at some point, because every time he got asked if he was going to retire, he never had a direct answer. He would always just say, we'll see what happens, or you'll see this, we'll see that. He never said, yeah, I'm done, So I feel like we all knew something was up. We just didn't know when it was going to happen. So that's how I see that.
So I'm gonna go off on one of my wild takes right now, man. I just feel like the NFL is just, with him just keep coming back, man. The NFL is just waiting for a big accident to happen. The man about to be 45 out there playing with 20-year-olds who ain't got no like the minute they he hold that ball too long and one of those young linebackers get a hold of him, it's gonna end badly, and it's gonna be out there on Front Street for everybody, and everybody gonna be like, at a point. Then they're gonna put a age limit for this NFL thing. Like, hey, you can play till you're 41. That's it. Like, we ain't doing nothing else. I just feel like with this keep coming back, it's just setting up for something real bad, man. I think it's like, man, just take all your accolades. How many damn championships do you need, man? You got them all. Like, ain't nobody gonna touch you. Steph
And
got to
didn't
be
he
good.
sell? Didn't he sell a bunch of retirement stuff for a bunch of money? Like what?
Yeah,
What is that?
Yes, he did.
Is that just canceled? Did they cancel it out now?
He ain't shit
Not
for
retired.
that.
Exactly right.
Yeah, the guy that bought this shit, man, I feel sad for him because like if he hasn't sold, he bought the shit. Well, actually, he bought the shit. I don't think he was ever planning on selling it. So, yeah, that value just diminished.
Or now he got to wait till he retires again to even say he's retired. This item is retired now. It's crazy.
For sure, man. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. I can't believe he did.
Yeah,
that,
I didn't agree with it, honestly. Like, you retired, be out, bro. Go be with your kids.
Yeah, go be happy. Like, quit running from fatherhood, man. Go do what you're supposed to do. Go raise your kids, man.
Yeah.
Quit running from fatherhood.
All right, but that's all I have, man. Go ahead, Cash.
Right now,
That's all I have.
What's that?
So they're like 14. They're basically grown now. I mean, shit.
Man.
It'll be all right.
Hey.
He said,
Probably got their own house by now.
He said, fuck them kids.
Hey, man. He done gave them all the life. I mean, he done gave them all the things that they could possibly have in this world, man. I wouldn't be tripping if I'm the kid, man. I don't even really need my dad around, man. Fuck it.
See that nigga on TV, like what? Like what? I see you every night. Go on ESPN and take
Sure, man. All right, man. We'll end off with some of these questions, man. Just be a little bit more lighthearted, man. Just get kind of what you guys feel is for the perfect producer, MC. You guys can take it how you want to, man. I'll toss it to Jamar first, man. So, I mean, in your opinion, man, what would be the perfect, producer to you as far as just everything that you enjoy listening to?
I would say like Alchemist drums, Nicholas Craven soul chops. Yeah, I think that would to me, I'm simple. I don't do too many sounds. I don't like too many things going on my beats. So as long as I got those two things, I'm straight, bro. I'm good.
All right. That's an interesting pair, Craven. Okay. Interesting pair. All right, Dave, who would be your perfect? I mean, you could go the producer route or MC route. How would you build? How would you construct the perfect MC or producer?
So, I mean, the perfect producer would come down to like the ear and the ability to like make them drums make your neck snap. So I'm going with the best producer of all time, DJ Premier. So it would be a combination of Premier drums. It would be like the creativity and the skits of like a Prince Paul. Like I'm a big Prince Paul fan. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I love Prince Paul, and after, diving deeper into his discography, like I just grew, a greater appreciation. And I think that the fact that you can't get more than half of the catalog that he's a part of, because that's De La Soul, that's that's one of the most sought after catalogs in hip hop and in music, honestly. And the fact that we don't have that on streaming, it's a disservice to the community. That's crazy. And that's how I feel about like, Prodigy's solo discography. Like you can't get HNIC, you can't get the Hegelian dialectic, you can't get these projects. And it's just like, how are the kids supposed to know? Like, the same stuff that I was looking up, the same stuff that I was searching for and needed. Like you can't get that now. So I would say the creativity of Prince Paul, and then Alchemist samples. Like it might be simple, like The Realist. It might be simple, like maybe TikTok or for First Infantry. But these records, like they hold weight, and he's just incredible. So for the perfect MC, I would like the linguistics of like a AZ, flow of Prodigy, and then the voice of Joey Badass. Like, I'm from that era 2010, 2011, you know what I'm saying? With Pro Era, they were really doing their thing coming up. You know, I'm a big Steez fan, big, Nick Caution fan, CJ Fly. So, I gotta give credit where it's due. Like they might be 4 years older than me, but I still look at them as like, the flag bearers. They came in and said, yo, this is about to be a new era. And they did their thing.
You rock with Joey Pro Era. Okay, his last American Badass. I think American, right?
Classic record. That's a classic record.
Yo, y'all fuck with all of his
solo transition. Yeah.
I'm top to bottom. Everything Joey Badass has dropped since the moment I heard him in 2011. That was the first time I ever heard him. I've been a fan, even the singles, like, I might not bump the singles.
Oh, the latest single,
joint? The Static joint?
Yeah.
The Head High joint?
Not the Static joint.
Yeah, okay.
The Revenge, like all that's been hitting, man. I'm with that, man. Beast Coast, like all that, man. Nothing.
The one he was like singing on, right?
Yeah. He was singing on it. It had like a little bit of 808. It had some bounce to it.
It was a little different, but he did his thing.
Nah.
Yeah, facts. No bullshit.
And then what he was able to do with, like, bringing the acting into it and bringing the other elements, that right there is, that's admirable.
What show was that again? What show was that again, Day, that he was acting on?
iRobot.
Huh?
Some iRobot.
Yeah, okay. He was in iRobot, and then he did that Netflix special that won an Oscar, so you can't tell me nothing about Joey. Like anybody, any
50,
Joey hate.
He was on 50's joint too.
Mm-hmm.
On Power. So Prez, if you haven't seen any of these things, man, come from under your rock and go watch some current TV, man. This man don't watch TV at all. I've been telling him about Joey's performance on 50 show. He refuses to watch Power. He old and shit. He just, But yeah, I definitely rock with Joey's discography for sure, man. And I think he's growing as well. T, man, you had anything to add to that?
I would say favorite producer or ideal producer. I would say I probably gotta say Ninth Wonder mixed with Alchemist, and maybe like a sprinkle of A-Rap music for the drums, for the fills and shit. But yeah, like just for that real hip hop feel. I ain't gonna. I don't know if I could build an MC. My brain probably be all over the place trying to do that.
No. This is what we want. Who comes immediately to mind? You don't tap dance and duck the question.
I'll give you. I'll probably say the voice and the creativity of Nas with like the wittiness of Royce. And with the rawness of like Conway the Machine. That would be like the dopest rapper to me. I think that's like a superstar rapper, like I don't know, Dream Team rapper or something. That shit's overpowered.
For like a rapper though, I might throw in like lyrical ability of like a Lupe. Like just over your head type lyrics.
Gotta listen 37 times to understand it.
Those yeah. As far as like a voice, I want to go with Ghostface. Ghostface's voice is like most, at least to me.
Yeah, you're right.
One of the most iconic voices in the genre. Maybe a storytelling ability of like a Jay-Z or a Big. And yeah, we gonna rock like that.
Okay.
Lupe, Ghost, and Big.
Man, that's a tough list, man. Prez, you got your list ready?
Hell no, I ain't got my list ready, man. Definitely don't have it, man. No. But hey, we can have it on there for the next time they on, man. But definitely appreciate y'all. Love your the the EP that y'all got out. I know they had another one that was out. What was it? A room for one, a table for one. Table for one.
Yeah.
Yep. So
that shit's
definitely
hard.
Yeah.
Looking out.
That's so definitely go check those things out. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all want to go on the outro? We'll start with Jamar. If you want to tell people where they can find you, what else you got out there, what should they be checking for, go ahead.
Yeah, Instagram at Jamar Johnson _8. Twitter is just Jamar J8. As far as my catalog goes, you go on my Instagram bio, you click that. Everything's in there. Everything you want to check out is right in there. So, check it out for sure.
I check out that Hidden Gems. That's when I was first put on. So that's a good launching point if from my perspective. You know what I mean? But whoever wants to go, Day, T, whoever wants to go next.
So my social is Daylon Andrade. That's DALAUNANDRADE. All platforms. I'm dropping a project with my man DJ, multi-talented person, Jay Mello. March 23rd, we're dropping a project called Now or Never. Follow the official Blue Wave Poetics, IG, Twitter, Facebook. We're dropping all 2022. There's also going to be another project featuring, it's my man Spiff. He's dropping a project the 24th. And then my man Counterfeit, producer, he's dropping a beat tape the 22nd. So you got 3 days of BWP content dropping next week, or this upcoming week. So be on the lookout for that. And, we got a performance April 1st in Westfield. Catch me, Auntie, and Jamar out there. So, we live all 2022.
Hey, man, that seems to be the theme with a lot of people that's been on this podcast, man. I don't know what 2022 is doing, but everybody's working, man. And that's commendable, man. So 3 projects in the span of 3 days. That's fire, man. T, what you got coming up?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Teathetruth KMF, and on Twitter at Teathetruth. It's usually Teathetruth everywhere, Facebook, all that. And me and Jamar just released a production album. It's all instrumentals called Dig for Gold Volume 1. Well, we're going to continue the series probably later in the year. And that's 18 beats that you can just listen through to and rock with, you know what I mean? I got my solo album titled The Odyssey. It's going to be coming out this summer. I don't have a date for it yet. I'm still finishing it up. But if you wanted to contact me for beats or production, you can go to kmfsound.com or just hit me up on Instagram.
For sure.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question?
Absolutely.
So me, Day, and Jamar, we're gonna do another compilation, a sports one. What would y'all like to see? What teams?
What sport compilation would I like to see? Damn, I got them all, man. I mean, this right here for people that's listening. It's the Knicks, man. 90s Knicks era. 90s Knicks era. Tap into that.
That would be hard. No bullshit.
Hey, I got these units over here right now.
Hey man, yes, man. I gotta put my Knicks on out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna send y'all a little link in the group chat that I created or whatever. It's gonna give you a little book, give you a little history on the 90s Knicks era. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Y'all don't know what it is to be me. Y'all got all those banners hanging up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in one of those relationships to where I should leave, but I'm sticking around. You know what I'm saying? I should go. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't. You know what I mean? But it's the childhood memories and everything. And, I can't be like Prez, my man Prez, to where when things get rough, I just leave. You know what I'm saying? So
man, get out of here. I went to a worse team. Calm down. I moved down here. I changed the
which makes it even more mind-boggling. So who goes from the Lakers to the Magic?
But Hey, to answer your question, T. Hey, man, y'all ain't got to go far. Y'all in Championship City, man, right now, man. Like so. Hey, I would say just go on over to the football side and do
baseball
the
too.
Patriots. You know what I mean? Hey, baseball too. I mean, like, hey, y'all got y'all ain't like us where we reaching and scrounging for anything in these little pockets of little errors that we had, man. Like y'all had a dynasty, a long haul in the early 2000s. So y'all got plenty of stuff to choose from right there at home.
Word. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, they got a lot to tap into. They got the Big Poppy area, Big Poppy era with the Red Sox. Yeah, man. Patriots. Yeah, man. Y'all got at least 6 more in this damn series, unfortunately. I mean, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Let's get it.
I'm hating. It ain't even low key. But yeah, man. But just to end it off, fellas, man. Like again, man. Together, separately, whenever you guys have a project coming, just let us know, man. We'll check out for it because algorithms ain't shit on social media. So you may post as much as you want to. We just may not see it, just depending on when we get on. So if you got something coming, we definitely love to be a vessel to get your word out about the project, even if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is. Y'all always got a couch to sit on, not to be cliche as far as coming to Don't Sleep on the Couch, man. So keep doing what y'all doing. We love the music so far, so good, man. And it's a lot to go back and catch up on. And as I speak for myself, but in prayers too, we always say that's a good problem to have. It's a large back catalog. So definitely would tap into the instrumentals and put people on to y'all and whatever y'all got going moving forward. So appreciate the time, fellas, man. This is episode 153, Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I go by Cash, aka Exec P, and my fair weather fan over there, my man, 50 grand. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Prez. We out.
We out, fellas.
And obviously, the reason we're still sitting here because we're the guys that work. We're the guys that make this team go. We're the guys that make everybody better and make this organization.
Are we allowed to call you guys the Big Three yet?